Hello everybody. Today our topic is the basics of a good online broadcast. And I have a few criteria, a few talking points that I want to go through. And well, let's just jump straight into it. The first point being, do you even play the game? If you don't play the game, how can you have a deep feeling for it? Obviously you can love a game, but I just feel like that when you play a game you sometimes will have a deeper feeling of love towards it, and it will also help you develop strategies, learn them, practice them. Also the depths of the game and basically just the basics of the game is something that you will learn from playing the game itself. And the next point being preparation. You want to learn as much as possible, especially as a colorcaster. You won't ever use everything that you are learning, everything that you're researching for, but it will save your butt during boring games, drawn out games, or just if you need to put that small bit of information in, this is the information that you have gathered, for the different players on the teams. Like when I did Ragnarok for Riot Games, I had an 8-page spreadsheet, and I'll link that down below so that you can look on it, obviously. But I had an 8-page spreadsheet, and I ended up using like 4 myself, and I filled it with as much information as I could. And obviously my co-casters loved that I had so much information, but the basics are that if you can gather information, if you can learn how to use that information properly, then you will always have a satisfied co-caster, and you will always have something to fall back on. And you can look for information like the team and player information, lineups, player names, nicknames, ages, etc., etc. Statistics about the team and the player, win, losses, trends, form, tables, results, information about the tournament, structure, prize money, interest system, qualification results. There are so much you can research on. And then when you have done all this preparation, the next thing that can really help you create a great online broadcast is practice. Just do it whenever you can, wherever you can, and always focus on improving yourself, improving your cast. And one of the really important things, something that I'm guilty of not doing enough, is expanding your vocabulary. You want to always bring some new words. You always want to have a sticker on your monitor that has at least 5 words that you normally use, and then some replacement words for those, so that you can always expand your vocabulary. And the next one, and something that should be obvious for a lot of people, at least I think, is passion. Why are you even casting if you don't love what you're doing? Why are you even doing this? Because if it's a job for you, then why do you want to use so many hours in front of a microphone alone in your bedroom talking about something you don't really want to do? Do it for your passion, do it because you love it, do it for the game, and most important, do it because you're probably in love with gaming, esports, all that stuff. If that is why you're here, if that is why you're motivated, then that is why you have to do it. But something that is really important is professionalism. You always want to be professional. You want to be off air, and you want to be on air. And you always have to keep in mind that even though your microphone is supposed to be turned off, it can be turned on. I have experienced this, which is not always good. It can hurt you. And obviously off air is when you think your microphone is off, or if you are on location casting an offline tournament in an offline scenario, and in an offline environment, then you want to always be professional, and you don't want to swear. Never ever swear. Swearing is a no-go. It's something that helps the little kids, the 12-year-olds, get in love with you, but someone like me who's about to turn 18, and someone like the adults, which is not me because I'm not an adult at all, I don't feel like an adult, will not like what you're doing. But have fun. But be professional about having the fun. You don't want to do it if you can't be professional, because then nobody wants to hire you, as you will be damaging your own brand and damaging their brand as well. Something that's also very important, and something that I think that should be a go-to point for everybody, is that you need to get to know your co-caster. You need to talk to him, and you need to develop that synergy. Because if you can talk to him, then you can learn what he likes in-game, what he likes in the real life, what he likes to talk about in case a game drags out, it pauses, something like that. For example, if you want to talk about in-game stuff, then you can talk about supporting, you can talk about the mid laner Annie, you can talk about Teemo, Baron dances, stuff like that. Stuff that can help you drag out time, and stuff that can help you fill dead time. You can talk about the real life stuff like skating, swimming, gaming, stuff like that, when there's nothing else for you to talk about during a game, when you are literally out of stuff to talk about. If you're talking about everything, or if it's a very chaotic and very bloody game and there's not a lot to talk about, then you can just jump straight over to this, or you can learn to just get a topic to talk about. Like, if I am out of stuff to talk about, then I'll always say to my co-caster before we go into a game that they can talk about Disney or movies in general with me, because I love that stuff, and that is a way that we can drag out time in case we need to. But you also have to learn from the pros, see how they produce a good online or offline broadcast. And you can read stuff from Red Eye, you can read stuff from Zeta. I know Cyrena's done some interviews as well. So there's a lot of information just lying around the internet waiting for you to gather. And then also hit up everybody else. Every shoutcaster that I know is so willing to help. And so same goes for me. I would love to help you in case you need anything, links, stuff like that. And then stop using the same word over and over again. And I'm guilty of doing this. It's partly because of my language barrier, and partly because I'm not trying to expand my vocabulary enough, which is just a stupid habit that I have, something that I need to break out of. I need to slap myself out of. And you don't ever want to be false in terms of power level in your voice. You don't want to overproject. You want to keep your passion genuine and your excitement genuine as well. Because if you go around and try to hype up everything, then the last team fight in the best of 5 won't be any more hype than the first blood in the first game in the best of 5 series. And you still need to stop talking all the time. That is a problem that a lot of people make. I probably tend to do it as well sometimes. You need to be able to work around dead air, and that is something that will come with experience. But you just don't always have to talk. You don't always have to fill these small moments. Just let the cast work for itself. Get into that natural flow, and don't ever swear. Don't ever swear. I've said this before, it doesn't work at all. It's very stupid. But these are basically a quick go-to through a good broadcast from my side of things, my point of view. So if there's anything that you want to talk about, anything you want me to expand on, then hit me up. I'm always ready to answer questions. Hit me up on Facebook or Twitter. And I hope you liked the video, so I will try to do more content in the upcoming weeks because I am on holidays, so you can try to look out for that. And I will try to produce so much content as possible and work on my shoutcasting. And if you want to see more, then obviously leave a like below, follow the channel, go to my social media sites and follow me, because then you will know everything about me. I am not a guy that puts a lid on a lot of things. Anyways, I hope you liked the video, and I will see you next time.